There was once a simple farmer named Kofi who lived alone on a small patch of land at the edge of a quiet village. His clothes were worn, his roof leaked when it rained, and most evenings he went to bed with barely enough food in his belly. Life had never been particularly kind to him. Then, one ordinary morning, everything changed. He went to his chicken coop as usual, scattering grain on the ground and humming to himself. But as he reached under his old gray goose to collect her egg, his fingers touched something strange. He pulled it out and held it up to the morning light. It was gold, a perfect, solid, gleaming golden egg. Kofi stood there for a long moment, turning it over in his trembling hands, convinced he was still dreaming. He bit it. It was real. He sold the egg in town that afternoon for more money than he had ever held in his life. He paid his debts, fixed his roof, and ate a full meal for the first time in months. The next morning, he ran to the coop before sunrise. There it was, another golden egg. Days turned to weeks. Every single morning, without fail, the goose delivered one golden egg. Kofi's life transformed slowly and steadily. He repaired his farm, planted more crops, and began trading in the market. The villagers noticed his improvement and smiled at his good fortune. But comfort has a strange way of making a man restless. One evening, Kofi sat counting his earnings and a thought crept into his mind like a shadow under a door. One egg a day, he thought. But what if there are hundreds of eggs already inside her? What if I am waiting day by day for what I could have all at once? The thought took root. He tried to ignore it, but it grew louder every morning as he reached under the goose. He looked at the goose differently now, not with gratitude, but with suspicion, as though she were hiding something from him on purpose. One cold morning, he made up his mind. He carried the goose out of the coop, set her down on the wooden table behind his house, and with a swift and terrible motion, it was done. He opened her up eagerly, hands shaking with anticipation, certain he was about to become the wealthiest man in the entire region. He found nothing. No eggs, no gold, no hidden treasure. Kofi sat down slowly on the ground beside the table. The morning was quiet. The coop was quiet. And for the first time in weeks, there would be no golden egg waiting in the straw. Not ever again. He destroyed in one impatient moment what had taken care of him faithfully, day after day, asking nothing in return. He buried the goose beneath the old oak tree at the edge of his farm. A steady blessing patiently tended is worth more than all the riches impatience imagines. Greed does not just want more, it destroys.